Bostice, 18-1-1, 11 knockouts. Everett Bigfoot Martin, 20-32-1, 9 knockouts. But he had these thoughts.
Oh, I learned from that loss big time. I just went over and just said, every time in life I realized there's a reason for things, and I just said I was kind of like, too lackadaisical, just, okay, I'm going to win, another win. I'm thinking about eating after the fight, because it's just so, when I was like, 17, 18 wins just back to back, so you get into that rhythm. So I think it was a good eye-opener for me and got me back stable in what I need to do.
All right, our matchup tonight, Martin coming in 8 pounds heavier than Bostice. Big height advantage for the 6'5" Bostice, 6 inches. 2-inch reach advantage over Martin, and Bostice, of course, 8 years younger than the veteran. And our rules in the Saginaw Chippewa tribe here. 10-point must system, standing 8 count in effect. 3 knockdown rule will be happening tonight. You can be saved by the bell in the last round only. The doctor cannot stop the fight here, only the referee, and if there's an accidental butt, we got to be halfway through before we go to the scorecards, and in this case, past 5 rounds, because we're going to be scheduled for 10. Now we're going to go up to the man who's got a little bit more information about these pugilists. I mean the magnificent Mark Bureau.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Soaring Eagle Casino and Resort near Mount Pleasant, Michigan, for an evening of the Heavyweight Explosion Professional Boxing. Under the promotion of Cedric Kushner Promotions and Bill Kozerski's Fight Night Incorporated, in association with CKSN and Corona Beer, La Cerveza Más Fina. Your matchmaker is Ron Scott Stevens. Tonight's bouts are under the auspices of the Saginaw Chippewa Indian Tribe of the Michigan Boxing Commission. The commissioners in attendance, Joe Geekwam, Fred Cantu, Don Chippewa, and Jeff Colwell. This is your first heavyweight explosion contest of the evening. It is scheduled for 10 rounds. Your referee for this event from Southgate, Michigan, the fearless Frank Garza. Introducing now the principals first. In the red corner to my left, wearing the black trunks and weighing in at 238 pounds, his professional record reads 20 victories, 32 defeats, 1 draw, and 9 wins coming by way of knockout. He hails from Houston, Texas. Here is Everett Bigfoot Martin. His opponent in the blue corner, wearing the green trunks, white trim and accessories, he weighs in at 230 pounds. His professional record, 18 victories, 1 defeat, 1 draw, 11 wins coming by way of knockout. He hails from Los Angeles, California. Here is David the Boss Bostice. 10 rounds, heavyweights.
Gentlemen, we already went through the rules in the back. The responsibility of protecting yourself is fully your own. Anything on his trunks or below, I'll consider a low blow. Anything on Everett's trunks or below, I'll consider a low blow. Any questions? Any questions? Touch them up, come out at the bell, may the best man win.
All right, Everett Bigfoot Martin, who's heard ring instructions from a referee 53 times in his pro career, coming in tonight 20-32, one draw. There's David Bostice, 18-1, one draw, 11 wins by way of knockout. Put things in perspective for Martin, way back after beating Derek Roddy, January of '97, he was 20-19, Kevin, has since lost 13 straight fights, has dropped down to 20-32. Looking to stop that streak tonight against a very good and young David Bostice.
Well, like I said, here we're looking at the old lion versus the new, young, hot prospect lion. Bostice is that young lion that they're looking to bring along, become a strong heavyweight in the division to be reckoned with. And Bigfoot Martin is the trial horse. And a guy like Bigfoot Martin is very dangerous. If you can't get past a guy like Bigfoot Martin, you have to press reset and start over again.
Absolutely, and you take a look right now at Bostice's style, like all Chuck McGregor trained fighters, a very good stiff jab. Chuck likes to see good jab work from his fighters. Decent lateral motion, eventually double up on the jab and come in and throw the right hand. And that's pretty much textbook boxing. And that's the way Chuck likes to teach it. Everett Martin saw his better days, Kevin, at cruiserweight, which is where he started his pro career. Perhaps his biggest win at cruiserweight was a 10-round decision over Burt Cooper back in June of 1988. You imagine way back then. And of course, his biggest win at heavyweight, big upset win over Tim Witherspoon. That was, believe it or not, fight fans, back in July of 1992. Kind of makes you feel a little bit old. It's been 7 years since that upset win of Witherspoon, and it's not been easy for Bigfoot since then.
Well, you look at it, I mean, the man's been pro since 1984, and here we're in 1999. Longevity career, everybody from Witherspoon, the Smoking Burt Cooper, the White Pie, George Foreman, Pierre Coetzee, Tony Tucker, Larry Holmes, Herdy Hyde. I mean, the names are all on Lamar Brewster, Darryl Nicholson. He's fought everybody in boxing.
He's been in with the best. He has been stopped 10 times in his career, most recently in his last fight. Obed Sullivan stopped him in 4 rounds in August of this year. He went a 12-round distance with a man sitting in the crowd here tonight, Joe Hill, as recently as June of this year. And this is his 6th fight of 99. It's the 7th fight of 99 for Bostice, who we mentioned lost his first pro fight back in June to Israel Cole, off-television event. As you heard him talk about there, he hopefully will be learning from that experience. And I think he took Cole a little bit lightly. If any of you have seen Israel Cole, who had his better days down at light heavyweight and cruiserweight, I've been in the gym a lot recently. I heard a lot about some rumblings going on about how Cole was coming back and that he was good. And caught David Bostice at the wrong time. Good first round, though, for the kid from Mesa, Arizona.
There's the bell. That's the end of round 1. Contest is April. This is from Detroit. Just 29.
Double jab. When you do this, punch. Alright? As soon as you kick, punch. Then step forward.
Get close to him, behind the jab, throw the jab, face the right hand. He's going to roll it out here. He rolls it to his right.
Do that, man. You stand too far away from him. You got to crowd him a little bit. Alright? I ain't saying burn yourself out, but get some points. Don't let him get all the points. Alright?
Position to counter. Yeah, okay. Because if he can touch you, you can counter punch him. Real nice and relaxed. Just keep it round 2. Stay real focused. Keep your form. Round 2.
Interesting comment, Kevin, as we start the second round. Chuck McGregor said if he can touch you, you can counter. And it doesn't get more basic than that, does it?
He's right, 100% right. Chuck McGregor is one of the scientists of the sport. He's a teacher, not a trainer. A teacher tells you how things happen, why they happen, and how to make them happen. And that's what Chuck McGregor told Bostice. He said if you can touch him, it means you can hit him. If that punch is there, just replace it with a power shot. And that's exactly what Bostice is going to attempt to do in the next round.
McGregor, of course, a familiar face on heavyweight explosion in the corner of Sullivan. David Bostice right here, and also training Hasim Rockman. And there's that right hand off the jab. We told you to look for it. Martin comes back throwing some leather of his own. Bostice is in the green with the white, solid black for Everett Bigfoot Martin.
The very thing about Martin, if you look at it, he started his pro career at 186 pounds.
In 1984.
Now he's up to 252 pounds within his last fight against Everett. And you can see all the midriff around his stomach area is big, but his legs are very small. He's still got pretty much, you can say, light heavyweight range.
But you know what it's like when you see, and we've seen these increases as we look at guys' records on heavyweight explosion. It's like having an Everett Martin and a half. Another half a person. 75 pounds more.
I guess he hopes that it's in his fist, not on his body, huh? And land a bit.
To put in perspective, though, he started his pro career in '84, just a month after his 20th birthday, so he was rather young and had plenty of room to start mature, but certainly carrying around a good extra 20 pounds more than he needs right now. The night he beat Tim Witherspoon, to put that in perspective, he weighed 232. So, certainly by comparison tonight.
As he's getting older, he's gaining weight. That's what happened. I've never seen a decrease except for one fight here. You got Vincent Walker, Vincent Bowman, he lost a pound between both fights. So, other than that, I just see increase. And he lost a little weight before Levi Waller.
I'm a little skeptical of the announced weight at 238. Because he showed up so late, I'm not sure he really got on the scale.
Or maybe he took his clothes off. Heavyweight weight, he took his clothes off. Maybe he took his clothes off.
I'm still skeptical. Bostice continues to control the fight and the tempo with that good left jab. Other than a couple of the rights, though, that he threw off, but he's continued to move on the outside, double up nicely, and just score points. There he lets the right go. We come to the end of the second. This is scheduled for 10 on Heavyweight Explosion. Looking the round for Young Bostice.
There's the bell. That's the end of round 2.
Standing just a little too straight up.
Yeah, okay.
When you're punching. Bend at the waist. Another deep breath. Oh, cool. Drink it. Okay. Keep your jabs coming. Close the distance on him now. Okay. Shorten the distance by about 3 to 4 inches. Off of one jab, feigning, step up with double jabs and straight right hands. The other thing is step up, feigning twice. Drop your ass and punch off your hips and elbows. Short shots on the inside. Here, here, and here. Put your hand on him and step around him. Shorten your distance. Keep it coming.
Let's go, corner.
Round 3.
Round 3 of the scheduled 10. Artie Tokyo Rosenthal along with Kevin Kelly on Heavyweight Explosion. Chuck McGregor changing the pattern a little bit now between rounds. He's looking for Bostice to move to the inside now, Kevin.
Well, what he wants Bostice to do is pick up the pace. He feels that Bostice landing shots, he's walking away like he just did. Land 2 or 3 punches, and he gets out of range. Once you're out of range, you got to use your jab again to get close to your man again so you can let combinations go. And that's what makes more work for you, makes more time. It's actually what you need. Go to the goal combination now, step inside, go 2 or 3 uppercuts, and stay there. Because then he won't have to make up the difference again the next time he gets inside.
Bostice worked up a real good sweat, came in, looked like he really warmed up well in the dressing room. Shouldn't be worried about Martin's punching power. Martin 9 knockouts in his 20 wins, hasn't stopped anybody since way back in 1996 against Dion Burgess, stopping him in 2 rounds in Houston.
But one thing about knockouts, Lonnie, I always say don't sleep because you might be put to sleep. The thing about Martin is that he got around long. Maybe he just didn't catch nobody. They caught him first. So never underestimate a man's punch.
Prior to that, you got to go all the way back to 1987 for another knockout win on the part of Bigfoot Martin. But there was a fellow by the name of Michael Mora, again, 1992, but he found himself on the floor against Bigfoot Martin and narrowly won a very close decision, and that's when Martin was really on his game as a heavyweight.
Well, it's like I said, sometimes leverage helps. Sometimes the guy tries to punch. There's a lot of things that help a punch, that help a knockout punch. And that's why they have a Martin. And tonight, if Bostice ain't careful, it could happen again.
And it's interesting. We watched him grow up here on Heavyweight Explosion. On some occasions, he'll go out there and he'll get somebody else and 1, 2, 3 rounds, and he starts going up here right now. And on some other occasions, he's content to go to full sled like with a Brian Nix. Or a losing effort to Israel Paul.
No more combinations. Get inside. Get inside. What Everett doing is he's trying him out. He knows the last middle placement. He figures maybe he'll take away people water, and then that's when he's effective.
Well, all too often, he does a thing where he has that tendency to admire his work that a lot of young fighters do. He'll land a really good combination. He'll take 2 steps back and just look at his work. And that cost him no good victories, in my opinion, both times over Lindsey Morgan, where his fights went the distance. But certainly winning this fight handily now as we come to the end of the third of a scheduled 10 rounds.
There's the bell. That's the end of Here comes the pride of Carlton, Michigan. Let's hear it for Melanie.
In the dressing room with former Olympian from Canada, Kurt Johnson, world ranked right now, has not fought since March, as we talked about in our open this evening. Anxious to get back in the ring, anxious to get back in that quest for a world title shot. And things go according to Oil to win a title. Round 3 action, and there's that good stiff jab, Kevin, and finally lets the right hand go. 3-punch combination, but as we mentioned, they took a step backwards.
Chuck was like to say, I was going to uppercut, but not from the outside like he just did. He wants him to step inside, so he can let 2 or 3 uppercuts go to get the head on backwards. He didn't do it, and that was the result of it.
We start round 4. It'll be interesting to see if Bostice can capitalize on those uppercuts. But Kevin, as you were mentioning between rounds, doesn't want to throw the uppercut from the outside. That got Buster Douglas knocked out against Evander Holyfield.
Throw the uppercut from the inside. Uppercut is an inside punch. If you're close to a man, when you risk throwing uppercut from the outside, you're a several point. Left hook if you're right, right hook if you're left. So the bottom line is throw it outside.
It's been all Bostice so far. Good stiff jab. Occasionally letting the right go, throwing some combinations, not really going for the kill. I've got a pitch and a shot after 3, Kevin. I assume you've got the same.
Same way, 30-27. All David Bostice taking his time. Stop getting it! The crowd in his corner waiting to pick the pace up. Attack, trying to take Everett Martin out. He's got his jab. He's catching his jab. He's got Everett Martin waiting for him. So go get him. And that's what Chuck McGregor's telling you. Go get him. Don't let him sit there waiting for you. Go after Everett Martin.
If you don't go after Martin, you're going to hear something that, Bostice may or may not want to hear. Round 10, and he'll go out there, he'll pick apart a nice decision win, but Martin will be standing there at the end. As we said, he just went 12 rounds with Joe Hip in June. In 98, he went the distance 4 times, and one of those times he went the distance was with Klitschko.
Another thing that you really can't compare with people do, you're going to say, well, Ben Sullivan just knocked him out 4 rounds. And then people are trying to gauge against Bostice. Say, well, he went 10 with you, and Ben Sullivan just knocked him out.
That's a yardstick that you try to measure, but styles make fights, as the expression goes, and you can't always tell. But right now, as you said, certainly be an interesting yardstick. Oved stopped Martin in 4 rounds this past August. Bostice would certainly like to serve notice that he's right up there with his stablemate.
He's just content and happy in what he's doing. He feels he's giving Everett Martin a box lesson. instead of really getting in there and trying to finish this man, what he's doing is he's just letting him go round by round, round by round.
Under 30 seconds to go, and Bostice continues to pick Martin apart, but not really putting a concerted effort into trying to stop him or do anything dramatic. Bostice is in the green, Martin in the solid black. That's referee Frank Garza separating the fighters. And finally letting the round go near the end of the round and picking up some body shots in return. Bostice and Everett Hart.
There's the bell. That's the end of round 4.
Rodolfo Marin, he's the man who'll be coming in tonight to see just how good that surgery was on the arm of Kirk Johnson and how much rust is there. He's 21-7, 17 knockouts. Still has punching power, but he's been stopped in his last 3 fights. And stopped in his last 4 out of 5 if he had the Frank Bruno knockout back in 1995. But as the expression goes, should be what the doctor orders tonight for Kirk Johnson's first fight back.
Getting right out of him, especially
Hit this man. Let that overhand right go. Look where you hit. You gotta want to hit him with that overhand.
start to make him use his legs. This is where we want to make him use his legs. He's an old man. Back him up. They can't back up. Back him up.
Once again, I love listening to Chuck McGregor between rounds. He says, this is an old man, he doesn't have good legs. Make him use his legs, back him up. Old legs don't back up.
Chuck McGregor is a scientist. Let me tell you something. You gotta give Chuck McGregor so much credit. He knows how to fight guys like this. He knows that Bostice is destined to take him out within the next few rounds. He should have taken him out already.
What about Martin's corner, though, Kevin, that said give him the overhand right? They seem to think Bostice is a sitting duck for a big overhand right. And there it is.
Of course, he's leaving his right hand, his jab hand down, left hand down. And when you leave your left hand down, of course, you're sucking for overhand right, as they call it. But right now, Bostice's leg movement is a little too quick. And in reaction time, maybe it's just too late for Everett Bigfoot Martin to have a reflex punch, as they call it. A little fast punch over the top. So he has to really set his man up. When you're a veteran, you got to take some more time to do things. You have to set him up. You got to trick your man into doing things that he don't want to do. And that's what Bostice is doing tonight.
Everett Martin, 35 years of age. Certainly coming near the end of a career. As we mentioned at one point, was a 500 fighter. At one point, an excellent cruiserweight, beating the likes of Bert Cooper back in June of '88 when it really, really meant something to beat Bert Cooper. But looked up right after the Bert Cooper fight, though, into the heavyweight division, getting knocked out by Johnny the Ploy, and it's been downhill since then. And as we mentioned, has lost 13 straight fights. Right now, we're halfway gone in the fifth. Bostice certainly pitching a shutout. Not putting the concerted effort. And again, here's a situation. He lands a really good body blow there, brings down the hands of Martin, but doesn't jump.
He's talking to him, teasing Bostice, telling him to go to He's trying to respond. Telling him, dude, it's not working. The joke is this is counting. And you're going to be a man, talking your man, not counting points.
But Frank Garza, believe it or not, taking a very close look at Everett Martin. You know, sometimes, might have a quick whistle here if Everett Martin doesn't start throwing some shots back. And Garza won't let a fighter that's had 13 straight losses, 35 years of age, take any unnecessary punishment. They may jump in and stop this.
Everett Bigfoot Martin is a crafty villain. He knows how to use his ring experience to his advantage. He's trying to set Bostice up. One thing about him, he's listening to his corner. Right now, Bigfoot Martin is trying to overhand right. And he's trying to set Bostice into believing that he's hurt so he can go. He just did it, and it didn't land.
Martin trying to buy time, using every trick that he's learned in a pro career that started back in 1984, but really starting to take a pounding now from young David Bostice, who's looking every bit sharp tonight.
The bell at the end of round 5.
Deep breaths, relax. Deep breaths and relax. Get your breathing. Get your breathing.
By the way, which table wants to be the next table to have the ring girls done? We're looking for enthusiasm out there. Show us any
back with a touch right hand and a hook. But you could double hook him on top and drive the uppercut, or double hook him on top and drive the body shot. If you drive the body shot off the double hook, come back with the fourth hook on top. Keep them hooks.
Seconds out. Seconds out. We approach the 6th round.
Get busy, man. He don't want that big foot.
Round 6.
Well, as we comment on the running commentary of Chuck McGregor, once again, he's looking for a double hook, followed by either an uppercut or a body shot. And he says if you go to the body, then come back with another hook.
Well, one thing
Easier said than done, Kevin.
Well, it's not easy to try to do. Now, if Bostice is in the gym doing this over and over and over, then he should have no problem with doing it right now. He should be in the ring doing it right away. You know, fighters have to listen to their trainer right away. You gotta do it right away before you forget. You get hit with a shot, you forgot the combination was you're supposed to throw. So what Bostice does is do it right away, immediately, before Chuck McGregor sees an opening somewhere, so Bostice can react. And Bostice right now has to react.
Well, in the second half of this fight, so far Bostice hasn't employed that. Martin doing all sorts of hot dogging. Anything right down to perhaps put on the inevitable.
But like this, if he was going to his points, he'd be winning the fight right now. He's been going from round 1. He's doing all tricks, trying to fool Bostice that he's not hurt, he's not walking by punches. Let me tell you something. Anybody can hit the face is walking by. No matter what they say, what they tell you. Hit you in the face, you're walking.
Everett was taking this fight on 24 hours notice. Tom Gillespie was supposed to be the original opponent for Bostice. He pulled out. Thomas Williams just pulled out 2 days ago. Second heavyweight explosive, but he pulled out. This is a big right over the top by Bostice. Martin, of course, says he's not hurt. Still plenty of time left here in round 6. And Martin's not taking advantage though right now. It's an opportunity, I think, Kevin.
Took this fight 24 hours. But importantly, what he should be doing is backing Bigfoot Martin, taking his leg from him. He's going to be tired. He can't tolerate the pace that you're working at. I'm going to do all that. Right now, just making a turn at the Bostice is. When the Bostice get knocked out, check out on the big side of it, and makes him go in the race.
Right now, Bigfoot Martin's taking Bostice out of his game. He's dogging him. He's taking him out of this fight. With a nice left hook to the body. Took the wind out of Bigfoot Martin. He's got nothing left right now. He's also taking a good close look at one more time at Bigfoot Martin, and now Martin getting some body shots in it himself and starts to fire back.
What Bostice has to do is react right away. Get on top of Bigfoot Martin right now. Go punches and punches, combinations, downstairs and upstairs, like Chuck McGregor said. Back to work and make a fight.
So he hasn't been able to employ that combination though that he was looking for. He doesn't look for the uppercut.
Put his head on moving. He's not hitting and hitting.
Another good one though for Bostice.
Bigfoot, every time you hit this guy, he stops. You notice that? Yeah. What the fuck? Hit him off him. Yeah, man.
Battle 3 never looked so good. Here comes Lynette.
Bigfoot Martin
Well,
continues
that
to
will be one of the lovely girls joining
and it
table
buys him some
number.
time, and he does it here also.
I can't hear you, table number.
Comes to the end of the round.
Go at him, man. Like that. Stay on the head. Forget about his body. Good shot here. If you keep stay on the man's head, so just keep your hands up. You understand? Don't worry about his body. Look at your shot, man. Look at it. This motherfucker. You're not looking at where you're punching, man. Come on his chin. Come on. Let's go.
Seconds out. We approach the 7th round. Round 7.
Round 7 was scheduled for 10. That's David Bostice in the green and white, Everett Bigfoot Martin in the black. Nobody's been down on the floor thus far. I'm Marty Tokyo Rosenthal along with Kevin Kelly. And it's been all Bostice. I've got a picture of the shutout, Kevin, 60-54.
Same scoreline. Me and you are exactly on target. I haven't had Bigfoot Martin. I haven't really won a round. I mean, the last round almost scored 10-8. because Bostice really landed some very effective punches. Landed very good shots. The way I see it, I see Bostice go ahead and knock out the win. Eventually to the fight is over. Bostice needs to pick up the tempo, like Chuck Norris said, increase the punches, increase the margin of punches, increase the effectiveness of the punches.
Well, he's trying, and he's knocking Martin on all sides of the ring. And once again, keep a close look on Frank Garza. Frank could stop this fight if at any time he thinks Martin's not firing back.
Well, a big thing that Bostice has to do is when Everett Martin makes a fake or a feint or does a dance or anything, what Bostice has to do is go a fast to stop him in the middle of that and then go a punch. Make him pay for mimicking you. Make him pay for taunting and teasing you. And if Bostice is not doing that, that's why Everett Martin keeps doing it.
Interestingly enough, there is one common opponent between the two fighters. They both fought Marcos Gonzalez, and Martin lost the 10-round decision to Gonzalez, and that was back in 1996. And in 1998, October of 98 to be specific, Bostice knocked out Gonzalez in one round. But again, as the cliche goes, styles make fights. And here we are in round 7, and I wouldn't have thought we'd be here this long.
That's true. Styles make fights. Every day the guy got his fight style, but then every time that's going on here.
Bostice trying to do that double hook that McGregor wanted him to do a couple of rounds ago. And Martin a little too slick to get hit with a double hook combination, especially if it's not coming off the jab.
Big push. Okay, my break. Step back. Keep it clean.
The guy who's he has from Red Bull to everybody.
Come on, let go.
There you go. Survive that. And right now, what he's doing is Bostice is learning right now. Trying to finish up the man.
You're tied up. Let him go.
Body attack really starting to take its toll right now on Martin. Starting to bring the hands down. And I really think at this point, Kevin, watching what I've seen, that's the ticket. Really start to work the body on Martin, and he's just going to drop his hands, and I think Bostice could take him out at that point. Otherwise, this fight's going a distance.
I'm looking at his record. I'm amazed. He fought everybody.
Everyone.
Everybody.
He's been around for all over 15 years.
Now, which table is Sheila going to, everybody? Say hi to Sheila!
Action from round 7. Keep an eye on Frank Garza. He almost gets belted. Just barely avoids getting a looping left hand from David Bostice, and I think Frank would have felt that. And Frank working up a sweat as well. Great veteran referee from the Detroit area.
Seconds out. Seconds out.
And so the fighters know what round it is.
Round 8.
Coming in the tail end of this fight, round 8 of a scheduled 10 round. The Garza calling time right now. Looks like there's some loose tape on the glove of Bigfoot Martin. Coming to you tonight from the Soaring Eagle Casino, Mount Pleasant, Michigan. Not far outside of Saginaw. And Garza calls time back in. Big shutout going on right now unofficially at our cards for David Bostice. Bostice coming in tonight 18-1-1. 11 knockouts. Only loss coming to Israel Cole this past June. An unexpected loss. Not that any loss is expected, but ill-advised. Easy Israel Cole is going to be, but Cole, very tough African fighter.
It's like I say, if I'm going to lose, give me this fight. Don't let it sneak up on me. It ain't happen the way you want it to happen.
Well, that one snuck up on Bostice, but certainly making up for it tonight. And as he told us in our soundbite earlier, learned a lot from the loss.
But tonight he's fighting Victor Martin. Like I said, it's a name. It's for everybody. It could be a very credible win for his career because he fought a guy who's been in the ring with lots of guys. The first guy never dropped like the more, he became heavyweight champion of the world. So you got a guy that as a veteran in the ring, and I'm sure Bostice right now running a lot of things. Little bits and pieces that you learn. Like Bigfoot Martin's taught to tease him. That's to break his concentration, frustrate him.
And it did. And it absolutely did.
But I seem like he's growing out of it now. He's back to jab, he's back to boxing. He's not going to put fakes, he's not going to put fakes. He's standing there with whips, Bigfoot, various combinations. He's going to win.
Attention as Bostice moving back for the first time in the fight. Went to the body on Bigfoot Martin, and Martin just laid back on the ropes and dropped a nice uppercut in on Bostice. A little more than a minute to go in the 8th. We're scheduled for 10. No knockdowns in the fight.
He's smart, you know. I'm going to have the scorecard. Let me have this getting caught with an unnecessary punch.
And Martin just really out of gas holding on. But what a survivor. Veteran Everett Bigfoot Martin.
Come on, Bigfoot, you warm now.
He's 2 foot. I mean, if you look at Bostice, you know, right now, it's almost hard to get because Bigfoot Martin can't do anything but turn the season.
And you can tell somewhat Martin's got sparring partner syndrome because he knows how to take these shots, he knows how to roll with the punches, and he continues to survive. And he survived round 8. We're scheduled for 10.
Ninth round, baby. 9th round, 6 minutes. You got 4 rounds left in you, and you only got 6 minutes to go. Pick up that jab.
Okay.
Deep breath. Come on, relax. You're losing your focus a little.
Okay.
You hear me? You're losing your focus a little. I don't want to see none of that.
Okay.
I want to see you like it's the first round. Look at elbows in here, feet short, right foot to the side, head moving, popping the jab, faking, head move. Back him up. Jab, jab, get close. Fake a hook, turn it under. Touch him with a hook, turn it under.
Okay.
Step back with your right foot after you hit him. Then shake the right hand.
Okay.
But keep your balance. You know what you're doing? Every time you hurt him, here's why you're missing him.
What I do?
Swallow. You step straight up. You come straight up and relax. Swallow. Right. Don't come up. Stay down. Stay down. Pick it up. Pick up the pace. He can't live with it. On the inside, lay up.
Round 9, and again, Kevin, very good insight for Chuck McGregor in Dave Bostice's corner. He said to him, you're losing focus. And an interesting statistic is Bostice, in spite of 11 knockouts and 18 wins, he's never stopped anybody past the 4th round. And when you go past the 4th with them, the fight's going the distance.
He wants a knockout. Like I said, there's no better time to press the start trying to get knocked out after the rounds he's knocked out previous opponents.
But once again, nobody's ever been stopped by Bostice after 4. Seems content, and perhaps content's not the right word. Chuck says you're losing focus, and he knows his fighter. And perhaps once you get past a certain number of rounds, if he's got the fight in the bag, he says, okay, lose that focus. This is a perfect time where you would be able to stop a guy like Martin.
Fighting is fun. In the ring, 10 rounds, 12 rounds, and you know that I'm not going to knock this guy out. The guy will be here, trying to take away from the killer instinct. And that's exactly what's happening to Bostice.
Come on. Step back. Step back.
Continues to go in and work on him.
Off his head, my break. Let's keep it clean. Let's keep it clean, guys.
Get a big footy tired.
Separating the fighters once again. Not much being offered back at this point.
Like you mean it.
And I would think that if Bostice could go in and put 6 good shots together. Look at this record. But you see the way Hope is able to roll with those shots, Kevin. He's taking away the effectiveness of the punches.
That's a veteran. That's a guy that's been around since 1984. I I mean, he's been around with Michael Moore and Get back. Go punch. Step back. Everybody in boxing has been around. And that's how you learn. That's not exactly how you learn with fights either. Of course, he lost the majority of the fights he lost.
Well, and let's not forget the fact that he hasn't won a fight, though, since January of 97, 10-round decision over Derek Roddy. And, of course, he was even in with George Foreman. Back in 1989, he went the distance with Big George. So, if you don't have to go the first George to go to distance, finding this tells me with Foreman in the comeback. So, he's a survivor, and he's surviving here. And it looks like he'll make it to the 10th and final round against young David Bostice, who continues to pitch a shutout.
The bell at the end of round 9.
Our main event coming up later tonight. World-ranked heavyweight Kurt Johnson, undefeated. He's getting ready in the dressing room. You see Jimmy Glenn, one of the better-known trainers and cutmen in the business. He'll be in there with Kirk, along with Curtis Coates, the former world champion. 27-0, only one draw, of course, that came out of the event in his last fight.
The table coming to a table near you.
This man like you made a big one.
This is the last round to do it if you don't do it. This shit right here, baby. Yes, sir. Let's go. Come up, Big Foot.
Seconds out. We approach the 10th and final round.
10th and final round. David Bostice is in the green and white. Bigfoot Martin in the solid black. It's been all Bostice, but nobody's been down. Martin's managed to be able to dog it and survive here. Strictly on experience and instinct. And keep in mind, Bostice has never stopped anybody past the 4th round. A couple of rounds ago, got a talking to by Chuck McGregor, said you're losing focus. Jab's been incredible tonight, though, for Bostice. Really good weapon, so's the body work. Right hand, get a little tentative at times to let it go, Kevin.
It seems like at times, throws the right hand, but he don't stand it too long. He get out of the way. That's why his right hand is not as strong as it should be. He feels that, like I said, he's going to fight a guy that does not fight. No question, David. He's going to have a position. Feel they're setting you up. You feel that every time you throw a punch, they're looking to counter you. You feel that every time you throw something, they open somewhere. So, everyone's going to play that game. So, he's actually working on the mental psyche of Bostice.
Tough man to knock out, in spite of the fact that he's been stopped 10 times, as we mentioned. Went the distance with the likes of George Foreman, Michael Moore, Pete Burt Cooper over the distance. These are heavy punchers.
I'm gonna teach you while I'm here. Finding a guy that rope is doing the same thing. Watch him out there, baby. I've been there, done it, seen it. And right now, we're giving a lesson. He's not losing the lesson, but it's learning something. Come on,
And Martin talking to him the whole way.
He's talking about London. Talking about
And he knows he's got less than a minute to survive. Bostice laughing at this point too. He can't keep a straight face. I think he's resigned to the fact that this is going a distance.
very sneaky. Right there. He's caught in 24 hours. Don't forget that. They do a very good job because of the violence. He knows physically he can't do the job, but mentally he can.
And he's got that heavy jet lag coming from the West Coast as well. It's not just about taking it. Carrying that jet lag, flew overnight. Came in, took the fight. He's been sparring with Mike Tyson, getting Tyson ready for the Orlin Norris fight. But here he is going 10 rounds with young 27-year-old Dave Bostice. He certainly will improve to 19-1. Martin will lose his 14th straight. But you got to give Everett Bigfoot Martin credit. He's a professional survivor. Certainly on most scorecard as he's lifted up by Everett. Won every round.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we announce the winner of the bout, let's hear it once again for Everett. Bigfoot Martin and David Bostice.
By the lack of fighting or survival techniques of Everett Martin.
I agree. I mean, you know, he's a showman. Showmanship does count in boxing, professional boxing. But show effective.
And I knew he was trying to talk to me too.
Fought a very controlled distance. It was easy.
All right.
I'm always believing.
Kevin, tell me a little bit here. What did David Bostice learn tonight?
David Bostice tonight how to keep his composure. Under a guy in a stressful situation, when you have a guy in the ring that's taunting and teasing you, frustrating you, keep your composure.
Ladies and gentlemen, for our next table, these guys make a lot of noise, jumped up and down. Table number 48, they did it. Presenting the girls to 48.
Effective heavyweight. Tonight, we got lesson. We learned tonight that, hey, what do I do with a guy who I can't knock out, who won't be knocked out, and refuses to be knocked out?
Well, we'll find out more because I'm sure we'll get David Bostice down. Let's go up and get the official decision from Mark Bureau.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Monty Oswald scores the bout 190. Judge Ron Cunningham sees it 189. And Judge Jack Richards scores the bout 188. All to the winner by unanimous decision, David the Boss Bostice.
All right, there you have it. Bostice improves to 19-1-1. Everett Bigfoot Martin losing his 14th straight. He drops down to 20-33, but again, a beautiful survival.